That's the first. Do your job.
Cam likes sound bites like that. Elliott is not alone in his frustration with veteran defensive tackle Cam Hayward adding, the last 3 weeks we played like X. There you go, El. It is as simple as that. And adding, when 10 guys do their job, but one guy doesn't, we are screwed.
Ooh.
Man, I really wish we had a former Steeler, a guy that's close with Mike Tomlin, had him on his podcast, knows the culture. I really wish he was here to chime in on this. You guys know anybody like that?
What the hell is going on in Pittsburgh?
What happened to your beloved Steelers defense?
Deshaun Elliott sitting up there with the 2.5 on his hat, just talking crazy.
Crazy.
What? You know,
I mean, Cam, too. Who's the
Hey,
one
Cam,
guy?
you gotta say,
you have to say the last name. You got to say the first
Cam
name, last name.
Sorry, Cam Hayward.
Thank you.
Cam Hayward.
What the hell?
Just to
but
be
like
clear.
that's the, you know, when you have these teams and you start to put different pieces on them, right? When you get a Deshaun Elliott who's a free agent, you bring in Dante Jackson who's a free agent, and you're starting to put some of these pieces together to try to build a team. That's different for Pittsburgh. What Omar Khan, the general manager, has done this year, they never did, right? When they brought in James Ferrier as a free agent from the New York Jets, it was a big deal that he became one of the legendary Steelers because that's not what the Steelers do. They draft you and they develop you. Now you think about bringing in myself, Jeff Hardings, all of these things all go down as like these big, huge free agent signings because of what they turned into. This team is different now. There aren't a lot of these homegrown and home-raised Steelers that were drafted here that understand the culture, that know it's supposed to be done one way, right? Because what used to happen when we were having these sorts of things is everybody pointed at themselves. Right? When you ask Deshaun Elliott a question and you say, hey, man, what can be better? You know what you say? I got to play better.
Yeah.
I got to make this tackle. I got to make this hit. I got to communicate better. Now, when we get into the room and we lock them doors, we could throw hands if we got to.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're going to find a way to win. And even Cam Hayward, because what happens is when you say 10 guys do their job, but one doesn't, that ain't good enough. You know what my next question is? Who's going to win?
That was my question for you.
That's what we need to know.
Who are you talking about?
Who's he talking about, RC?
Right. And so what you can't do is when you're losing, you can't let folks into your house like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like if you got a problem with your significant other, you got a problem with your significant others, we might knock this house down, but when we walk outside, we're going to act right.
United front.
We are united front. And I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't keeping family business, but that's what losing does. And I feel like for them, El, and you know this too, Cam, I feel like for the organization, it's starting to feel like more of the same. We have a great year, and we feel like we're going to be home early on in the playoffs again.
Come on, Cam.